Hello everyone, and welcome back to Satisfactory. In this episode, we will spend most of our time around here, and we will replace the old code generators with these new ones, because I think this setup is a little bit better thought out. But before we get to all that, we will also rebuild the old compacted code assemblers. As you can see, they will also be a little bit better thought out in terms of layout. All this will be made possible because we will unlock the Mark II Blueprint Designer, which has a bigger footprint, so we can make bigger blueprints. So anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. And we are back. Okay, so we need to have 400 more plastic to finish the Mark II pipes, and for what I have planned for today, we will need it. Also, what do we need for the Mark II Blueprint Designer? We need 100 more of the heavy modular frames. Let me quickly take care of that. Also, I think it would make sense to actually set up a small storage and dimensional depot for these guys too. Let me quickly do it. Or at least a, well, you know what, no, a proper storage and dimensional depot. So input and, oh, right, fluctuators as always. Let me see, we have 2 spheres, so I suppose I will make 20 fluctuators just to make sure we can actually build once we need them. So anyways, I want to unlock the Blueprint Designer because, well, I have been a little bit naughty in between episodes. I did unlock the designer and I have been using it to make a couple extra blueprints for us to use. Now, the thing is, we can actually use them right now without actually unlocking the designer, but just to be, you know, I don't want to cheat or anything like that, I will actually unlock the designer before I start using those blueprints. There we go. Let's feed the heavy modular frames there. There we go. Now, what's lacking in here? Yeah, I think we might want to increase production in here, there, and I think I will also increase the production of the modular frames, the vanilla ones. I want to have a ready access to these guys, so that's the rotors. That's it. This one needs to be a little bit faster. Okay. So what's next? What else do we need for the Blueprint Designer? Not this one, but this one. 100 computers, 400 rubber. So one more stack of computers and the 2 stacks of rubber, and what else? What was the last one? 1500 concrete. This is the closest source of concrete, so we will go for this one. Also, what's this? Okay, I suppose. I will pick up 3 stacks of these, and are you our Lizzie? Let me see. Let's take out a single pale berry. Go for it. Okay, that's Lizzie. Okay, biomass, how did you get out? Maybe all those spaghetti belts resulted in her getting out. Okay. Can I build another pen? You coming? There we go. As soon as she loses sight, she gets lost immediately. That is not great. I think I will build a pen for her here, near the hub, so it's a little bit less prone to making her leave. Let me see. We need... where is it? Ah, industrial railings. There, 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 and there. Okay, can you please stand still? I will give you a pale berry if you promise you are not going to leave. So, the heavy modular frame production should be relatively good at this point. And I believe we should have enough stuff to do the rest of the, whatchamacallit, Mark II blueprint designer. So 100 of these, 100 to 400 and 1500. Yeah, we just need a couple more of these heavy frames and that's it. Okay, so how are we on plastics? Not great. Well, if we wait a little bit more, I suppose we should be able to do it. Yeah, let's just wait a little bit more. We only need 200. In the meantime, I suppose I can show you what I have built in the blueprint designer. I'm just showing you, we're not going to use them, of course. So in here, before I show you, let me organize a couple of things. So we can actually move these generators into the power category. There and there. No. There. That's correct. And these assembler arrays can go into the assembler category. There. I suppose we can delete these at this point, but might as well keep them around. It's not going to hurt anything. So, also in here, I will create a category for, I suppose, railway support. These guys will go into it. And I guess we can have another category for lighting. There we go. Okay, so everything should be yeah, everything looks okay. Right, apply changes. So things should be a little bit more organized in our blueprint book. So as I was saying, I will show you one of the things I have built is a new coal power generator. It is, of course, using the 5x5 grid of the Mark II designer. It is basically a 4 times power generation setup with the logistics under the generators. So the visible parts are only this. That's fine. And I will show you the other one, which is the 4x assembler setup. Basically the same idea. Assemblers on top and distribution on the bottom, and that's it. There is a little bit of extra space on this end, but I think that's going to be okay. So yeah, these are the things that I have been working on in between episodes. So as soon as we have the Blueprint Designer Mark II unlocked, we will start using these. So we still need to have around 150, 140 of these modular engines, and I suppose we can keep ourselves busy. There we go. That's all we need, right? Right. No, not yet. We need a little bit more. So we will keep ourselves busy in this episode by, I suppose, rebuilding the compacted coal power generators. I think that's going to be pretty beneficial for us. So we need 58 plastic more. For that little amount, I don't want to go all the way to the refinery just to come back. And if you remember, I want to finish the blueprint designer before we go to the refinery. Let me see. Almost there. What else can we do in the meantime? I suppose we can clean up a little bit around here. The motor production is also not doing all that great at the moment. Yeah, it's the stators. The stators are... Is the wires? How come? We have 60 out. And every single one of them goes there. So why are we struggling with the wires? We are overproducing it, so... This is a bit weird. Are we not getting enough copper from this guy? Maybe? Yeah, you know what? Let's just overclock. Just to be on the safe side. Yeah, 50% overclock should be enough. You know what? Let's put both of these in here, in this one. So instead of overclocking both of them 50%, I will overclock this one 100%. There, and that should give us enough ingots going through. Maybe 50%. Oh, wait, this one is already overclocked. Never mind. Yeah, 50% more, and that's it. Okay, now, how is the plastic? We should be okay. Let's see. So let's unlock... Well, before we unlock this one... unfortunately, we will need both. Yeah, let's do it. We will need to wait for the freighter to come back.
Milestone reached. Pipelines and pipeline pumps can now be upgraded to Mark II. They are like Mark I, but better. Pipes seem to be objects of fascination to humans. In fact, there are reported instances of humans doing nothing but thinking about pipes for hours.
Okay, so about 5 more minutes until we can go. What can we do in the meantime? I suppose we can set up a bit of syncing for some of these resources, because soon they will go away. So yeah, we stopped using the automated wiring, so that one can go into this sync, I suppose. Let's just set up a merger, and that's going to be fine there. You can go into this one, please. Well, like this. There we go. That's going to be a-okay. Alright, what else? Anything else we can clean up around here? This one needs to stay like this, unfortunately. We can pick this one up at least. That's fine. These will go away as soon as the modular engines are done. That's great. Okay, let's feed those wires into the sink. And we still need 3 more minutes. I was kind of hoping to have a little bit more dynamic intro to this episode, but well. Anything else we can drop in there? Let me see. I suppose 1 stack of computers, rotors, 1 stator. You know what? I just remembered. We actually unlocked the Explorer in the last episode. Might as well take it for a small joyride. So under transport, we have this new vehicle, the Explorer. You can go there. Let's put some fuel in. There, the biomass will be just fine. And let's take it for a spin. As you can see, it is a little bit roll happy, but you know, it will do okay in a pinch, I suppose. I don't really like using this one because, yeah, it is very easy to roll over and it doesn't really fit into small spaces. So if we run into a very dense forested area, this thing is pretty much useless. It can handle cliffs, but as you can see, it is a little bit it's not the best. So yeah, it was worth unlocking, but I don't think we will use this one too much. If we go out for an adventure, we are just going to use our foot as usual. So yeah, it's okay, but not great. So let's put this one back in our pockets, that's fine. We need 1 more minute, almost there. Let's take a look at the awesome shop in the meantime. So in here, let's upgrade this belt at this point. And this one as well. Anything else that can go in? Not really. Yeah, I think this is it. And the freighter is back. Let's give it a second to land. In the meantime, let's take a look at this awesome shop. Oh, right. We did just unlock the new pipes. So yeah, let's buy the clean version of those. And we have 1 more point. Anything we can use it for? Not really. Okay, I will keep that point for later in case we need to request any kind of resources. So now we have the clean pipes and let's unlock the blueprint designer. Great.
Milestone reached. The Blueprint Mark II improves upon the Mark I in every dimension, except for the metaphysical ones. This improvement was made available due to complaints from pioneers about other pioneers not being capable of managing their space efficiently. We listen to pioneers, always.
Okay, let's go and sort out our power production. We still need 100 of these modular engines, so yeah, we need to occupy ourselves with something, and this is as good a thing to occupy ourselves with as any. Okay, first, let's pay a visit to the sulfur outpost right here. So we are generating 240 units of sulfur per minute. Okay, so I believe the input of the assemblers is 25, right? Both of coal and sulfur. So basically we need to have 9 assemblers to take advantage of it all. Okay, so let's see. I will actually dismantle his whole place, but we need to do so by first cutting off the supply of coal and sulfur. Yeah, we need a little bit of extra inventory space. I will drop most of this steel. Then, yeah, I suppose the rods and the iron plates can go in the rubbish. That's fine. We should have enough in the dimensional depots at this point. What else? The plastic can go as well. Yeah, this coal and this sulfur needs to go, of course. That's without question. Okay, let's keep peeling these guys back. Basically, everything needs to go away. We need a bit of room to put down the actual assemblers. Yeah, you know what? Let's just dismantle this and we will take care of the drop boxes in a second. Okay, so we need to get rid of the coal, the sulfur, and the compacted coal. Okay, I will keep the gunpowder because we will need those for whatchamacallit, the nobelisks. Yeah. Also, oh right, this is the dismantle crate that has been on the compass for a long time now. It's about time we got rid of it. Okay, so we will build a compacted coal factory right here. It's not going to be big, but it doesn't have to be. It just needs to be big enough to consume all the inputs that we can supply it with, which is going to be 240. If you remember, the input of those assemblers was a 1-to-1 of 25 sulfur and coal. So we should have the same exact amount of coal coming in. Yeah, 120, that's 240. Perfect. Okay, let's keep clearing the area. Also, you can go away. And I suppose you can go away too. I kind of wish that the Nobelisk was reloaded a little bit faster than this. Okay, I think this is good enough. Maybe this little corner here. There we go. So let's build a platform. It needs to be at least 10 tiles long, because the new blueprints are 5 tiles wide and we need to fit 2 of them in. For now, we will not go for the complete 9 assemblers, we are just going to go for 8. I suppose that's going to be enough. So let's start a foundation. Well, I suppose here. Well, this one needs to go back a little bit longer, I suppose. So that's 1. We need 9 more. This will be the foundation for our compacted coal factory. Okay, this one needs to be 3 tiles long, 3 tiles wide. There, and supposedly this is all we need, right? I think so. Okay, whatever. So, let's take out the blueprints. For this one, let me see, I want to feed the resources in here, so it will have to be the clockwise version. So 4x clockwise assemblers. And it needs to go this way, right? I will put down a hologram. But it's already exactly where it needs to be. Perfect. So output on this side, inputs on this side. Okay. Let's put one in and let's put the other. Let me see, is it correct already? Yeah. Okay, and then we will peel back these foundations. I suppose we can leave in the ones on the corners as supports. I guess that's going to be okay. Good. Okay, if we wanted to, we could put in some walls for the distribution floor, but for now I will leave it exposed. That's fine. Okay, so let's put in the resources. The sulfur comes in right there. I think it would be better if it was actually... Sorry? Oh. Can you please not bother me while I'm building? Anyone else? No. Okay. So as I was saying, the sulfur comes in here and it will feed into, I suppose, that input. Right there. And the coal will come in from the other side, but it will need to feed in... let me see. What if we do it like this? Can you do it without trying to merge with the others, please? There. And there. Okay. Well, I suppose we can have the merger for the miners right at the end of the belt. So I'll only use a Mark II belt. That's all we need. There. Let's hook these guys up to the power. You go hook into that one, please. Oh yeah, speaking of power, we need to hook together the power poles and the belts, because we have 2 blueprints down at this point. So in you go there, and in you go here and here. Okay, so the 2 blueprints are now hooked together, and I suppose that is all we need. This place is ready to start producing the compacted coal. We only need to hook it up to the power network, so... Oh, right there. And don't forget, we need to give it some actual order, so please give us compacted coal. Lovely. Copy and paste, 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 paste. Anyone missing? No red lights anywhere. Perfect. Okay, so the compacted coal will come out right here. I meant to pick up the belt. There we go. Okay, so this one needs to feed into that elevator, but before we do it, I think I will cut this belt. I want to make sure that we use up the coal inside these generators before we dismantle them, because we don't really have too much space in our inventory at the moment. You can go, I don't know, here and then hook into the elevator. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, while these guys are burning through their coal supply... 62, jeez. Okay, while they are working through that, I will start peeling back the rest of the network. You know what? I think we can do it with leaving behind a couple of boxes. We will just delete what we don't need. Or we can just go ahead and keep emptying it out. That's going to be fine as well. Yeah, it's not too bad. I believe this place is completely free of any more buildings. Right, okay. So let's start placing down the actual power generation now. Okay, I didn't see you. Ow. Okay. Yeah, I suppose deleting our buildings reset the local spawns, so that might have been the reason why he appeared. So, as I was saying, let's see where we are in the lake. Yeah, I think this position is going to be okay. Yeah. So, let's face north, let's place down a starting foundation, but this one will actually be slightly below water. Just a single step. I want this, I want the distribution floor to be ever so slightly in the water, because I think it would look kind of interesting. Yeah, you know, power generation setups, things like that. So these new generators will take up actually 5 tiles long of a space. So yeah, this one needs to be 5 tiles wide on both sides. So 5 and 5. And unlike the last time, we will not have the water extractors next to the generators. They will be situated at the other end. So this one needs to wait a little bit. So I will put in enough of these foundations to at least place down one side. And I believe that's going to be, let me see, 10 more, I believe. Yeah, because we need to place these blueprints down 4 times on each side. And I specifically left this space here. You will see why later. Also, I don't want you around. Yeah, deleting the old setup did reset the spawns. Anyone else? No, okay. Let me see. So, we will start the setup right here, I guess. Let's take out the first blueprint. Now, this one will need to be going counterclockwise on this side. So, blueprints, power, the counterclockwise version. Yes, the inputs are on the correct side already. So, let me create a hologram. Let's nudge this into place. And I think that is all we need. Yes. Okay, so that's one. Let me see, that's 2. That's 3. And one more. Right in here, if I can do it. Oh wait, we don't have enough resources, that's fine. Okay, next I will have to peel back the lower floor of the distribution floor. No particular reason, it could stay in, but as I said, I would like to have a ankle high water on the distribution floor, because I think it would make sense, because it's a very, very wet area. So I think it would make sense that we have a little bit of water sloshing around. Okay, now by default, this blueprint will require us to feed these pipes through the distribution floor, but in this case we don't need it, so we can get rid of these through pipes. Okay, did I get rid of everything? I think no. This one as well, please, and that's it. Okay, now let's do a little bit of math, or maths. We have 16 generators right now, but if we want to supply 8 of them, let me say 8. How many water do we need for this one? One generator is 45, so 8 times 45, that's 360. That is basically 3 water extractors. That is all we need. And for that one, we will need to use Mark II pipes, unfortunately. So yeah, I think we are going to have... Let's start with 6 water extractors. Now, to make this one work, I think we will... Alright, also this one needs to go away. Thank you. So, to make this one work... also... Oh, right. Why is this... I didn't mean to... There we go. So, to make this work, we will need to use Mark II pipes. And we, as I've said, we will need to combine 8 generators into a single pipe. Basically, if I get it correctly from videos and the wiki, I think the Mark II pipes actually have a bug right now, and they might delete a little bit of fluid from time to time. So to avoid that, I don't want to use the full capacity of these pipes. That is why we are just going to go ahead and use 8, because by default I believe the capacity is 600. So 600 divided by 45 is 13. But we are only going to go for and use 8 instead. So yeah. Let's see. How many stuff we need for the rest of these? Oh, wait, we can put it in already. Okay. Let's do it. So... into blueprint mode. That's it. Done. So one side of this place, well, let me just say that the first level of one side is done. At some point we are going to put basically another level on top of this. But this is where we will stop for now. Let's switch over to the default mode and let's get rid of these foundations real quick. For level 2, we will actually need to keep these foundations around, but for this level 1, we don't need to. There we go. Okay, so as I have said, we will need level 2 pipes, and we will need 2 of these pipes because we have 16 generators and we need 1 pipe for 8. So let's see. I think we will start. Of course, we are going to use the clean Mark II pipes. First, I think it would be better if we place down the junctions. So this one actually needs to go, let me see. Now I think 1 step away. Uh, 7, and we don't need 1 for the 8. That's fine. So let's put in the pipes next. Technically speaking, we only need Mark II pipes for the first few sections, but let's go halfway, I suppose. You know what? No, let's use it for everything. That's going to be fine. We only need a little bit of extra plastic for this one, and that's going to be affordable, I think. So we will feed these guys all the way through. Okay, so as I have said, we will need to have 3 water generators, but first, right, the belts as well need to be taken care of. So we need a belt here, a belt here, and one more here. That should be it. Yes. Okay. So far, so good. How do we want to handle the water inputs? Now, the thing about the water is that we cannot place the water generators on these foundations. They need to be one level lower. If we wanted to put the water generators on a foundation that is 1 meter below the water level, it will not work. Right here, one of the complaints is that the resource is not deep enough. But if we build this foundation 1 level lower below that, that would work. But I don't... well... I think we might need it. No, wait, we don't need it for the water extractors. We need these for the... what you want to call it? The junctions. Okay. Let's see. Right. Let me see. How do we want to do this? I think for now I will place down the 3 water generators here. Okay, let's extend these guys. Yeah, this will be 1 meter above sea water level. I think that's going to be okay. Let me see. So if we place it there, how big is the water extractor? Yeah, I think it's around 1.5 foundations. So if we do it this way, it's not going to be big enough, right? Water extractor. Technically, I think this will work. Let's see, how much clipping do we have? You know what? No, it's fine. Yeah, okay. So, in terms of width, water extractor... I think in the middle of this foundation is going to be okay. So, give me a junction, please. Okay. A pipeline junction in the middle of this foundation. There. Let's line up the water extractor. Just barely not touching the foundation. There. Okay, how is the back? Not great. Okay. Let's move them out by 1. I think this will be okay as well. Yeah, and we can have the second set of extractors here. In that case, I think... yeah, you know what? We are going to have let me see, pipeline junction. It needs to be in the middle of this one, but it will be here. No, sorry, that's not in the middle. This one will be here and the other one will be here. So basically we are going to have one water extractor on this side and another water extractor on this side. And this side will feed this pipeline and this side will feed the other 8. Right, okay. I think this should work. So, production, water extractor right here. Let's see. It doesn't really need to be all that exact on this one. If we want it to be exact, then we can go down 2 meters with the foundations. There, and we can extend it this way. And we can use this as a snapping grid, I suppose. So, wait a little bit more on this side as well. Yeah, and now it actually sticks to the grid. You know what? Just for the sake of consistency, let's do it. So, let's go with that one. Okay, let's get rid of these foundations because I don't want them around. So before we put the rest of them in, we can get rid of these. The rest will line up with this one. That's going to be okay. Great. Any more? Yes, there is one more. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's peel these back as well. And let's hook these two together. So switch over to Mark II clean pipes. There we go. So as I have said, we need 3 more of these water extractors. 2 and 3. That's right. Okay. Then the junction right here. Good. And I think that's it. Right, okay, let's boot things up and let's make sure. So, I think at this point we can start feeding the coal into the generators. But before we do that, let's put in one of the other sides. I think at this point we can just take out the other blueprint. So this one was the, let me see, the counterclockwise. Yeah, I believe the counterclockwise version. Let me see, yeah. So we need the clockwise version on the other side, but we need to leave a space in between. So I will put in a single foundation just to be sure. In fact, right, we will need to extend this one at least until 3 tiles in, so we can use this as the attachment point for the blueprint. Yeah, right. So take out, well, I suppose we can do it this way, press E and that's it. So we need to attach this to there, right? Press H for a hologram. Yeah, that looks pretty much perfect. In you go. We can get rid of these. Perfect. How many of these can we put in? And it's facing the wrong way. Oh, great. Okay, fine. Let's put this one in. And this time, let's try to make sure we do it correctly. So, copy E, line it up with that one, face it the right way. That way, that's it. Press H for a hologram. In terms of height, I think this is correct. Just need to have this position. I think that's correct. Yes. And is it facing the right way? Yes, it is. Good. So, once again, how many can we put in? Copy this one. Preferably. There we go. This one can go in there. Right. And we don't have enough cables, but we will in a second. And 9. Okay, now we just need a single blueprint and the first floor of this power plant is finished. Well, not finished, but it will be ready to be booted up. I will hook these together at least. Let me see this one as well. Did I do the other one? Not yet. Let's do on this side as well. There, and we will need to do it one more time once the last one goes in. Then let's take care of the belts. Good. Next, yeah, might as well peel back the lower foundations. Okay, I believe that is it. Maybe this one as well. And I think I will deal with the other. I will deal with this side in the next episode. We got at least this one done. So I suppose first let me put in a foundation for the entrance. So for that one we will need 4-meter foundations. There. A little bit more, I suppose. There we go. Oh, and it lines up with the belt coming in perfectly. Great. Okay, so we will need to split this belt, I suppose. Okay, so we don't need to have these 4-meter foundations. We need to have 1-meter foundations. This one needs to come out this far, I suppose. Then we will need to have this one come out. Yes, and we need to have a split in the belts, I suppose, here. As a split, thank you. So you will be going, I suppose, in the middle of this foundation. There. Then the belt will go in there. And there. And the incoming belt will go into the elevator. Great. Okay, so the compacted coal is being fed into the machines. Lovely. Well, let's hook the water extractors up to the power. We did run out of time at this point, but I at least want to have one side hooked up. So let's finish that one at least. We don't need this support. The pipe we will need, of course. This support can go away as well. These can be cut back. There we go. How are we on resources? Okay, I think we can put in the last one. I have been waiting for this, so please go in this way. Great. Let's take care of the power connection. So this hooks into that one, and this belt goes through here. Let me quickly take care of the foundations, and that is pretty much it. Okay, so let's hook the water generators up to the power. How do we want to do this? Well, I think we are going to have power pole here. For you, a power pole there. It's not the best, but I suppose it will do. Just barely, not long enough. Fine. I suppose we can try to hook it into the holes going through here. Yeah, this will be okay. Okay. I think the last thing we need to do is to hook these all into the power network. But first, let's make sure most of them have at least a little bit of coal. I think it would be best if we actually give them something to chew on. In the meantime, I will put in a big power tower. So this one, well, I think it can go, yeah, right here. Great, and at the top you will hook into, let me see, that one. Before we do that, this coal manufacturing is a little bit worse than I expected. Let me see. They are running completely. Everything is green. The incoming sulfur should be... yeah, it is standing still from time to time. The same should be going for the coal. Yeah, it is actually standing still. Good. So right now we have, let me see, 8 times 25, that's 200, divided by 7.14, that's 28. So yeah, we should be able to supply at least one side completely with coal. The other side will require a little bit more production from this place, I suppose. But I just want to have one side completely taken care of. Okay, I suppose... I don't want to cut the supply for this side. Okay, sooner or later it will fill up, so I suppose that's fine. Okay, let me take a look at the last one. If it has, I don't know, more than 5, we will boot this place up. It is a single one. I'm not really surprised about it. What about you? 1, 2, 4. Yeah, as usual, the first one gets first dibs. Okay, fine, let's boot it up. So you hook into that power pole. Now, the water extractors should spin up. Yes, they are actually generating water. And let's take a look at the pipes. Yes, they are conveying the water just fine. Unfortunately, these are long pipes, so they will take a bit of time to fill up. But once they are full, we will be in business. Let me see. The first one to fill up should be this one. Let's see. Okay, now we have a little bit of water already. There we go. Unfortunately, we have the coal and the water input completely backwards. So we will fill the water in from this side, but the coal will come in from that side. So yeah, but the important thing is that these generators are now active. I do suspect that they will struggle to keep being active for a little while until everything fills up. But once everything is up to speed, we should be okay. So yeah, we are out of time at this point, so I will have to say goodbye. And oh yeah, 1 hour 14 minutes on the recording, we need to go. So yeah, in the next episode, I suppose we will be able to finish the phase 3 construction, and that will be great. So yeah, I believe all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.